Hello everyone, and welcome once again to Caleb Likes Books. Today I have my TBR video for the month of June 2024. This month I am planning to read 5 books, which is about my usual. One reread, as has been the case so far this year. I've been doing at least one reread per month, and then 4 books that I have not read before. So I suppose we'll get right into it. First, the reread that I am planning to do is Mistborn, The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. Over the course of this summer, I am planning to reread the Mistborn trilogy for a few reasons. The first and most major of which being that it's just been a couple of years now since I read it, and even though it hasn't really been that long, I just want to reread this trilogy because it was the first thing of the Cosmere that I ever read, and I kind of want to see how it stacks up to the rest now that I have read so much more. You know, I've read a bunch of the standalones, I've read what is currently out of Stormlight, I've read most of Era 2 of Mistborn, you know, all that stuff. I've read a lot of other stuff since then, both in and out of the Cosmere, and so I kind of want to reread this trilogy because it was very important for me in developing my love of the fantasy genre early on and things like that, and I just want to see how it is now, and also because I just feel like reading it again, because I really love this trilogy and I want to just experience it all over again. And things like that. And second reason for that is that so far, out of all the Cosmere books that I have read, the Mistborn trilogy is the only thing that I have not reviewed on this channel. I started this channel right after I read Warbreaker, which was the 4th Cosmere book that I read after the Mistborn trilogy. So the only thing I haven't reviewed of the Cosmere that I've read is that trilogy. And so that way I can have everything that I have read in the Cosmere reviewed on the channel, which is also a point of me doing this. So this month I'm planning to do the first book, Mistborn, which originally was called The Final Empire. Now it's mostly just referred to as Mistborn. And then in July I plan to do Well of Ascension, and then in August I plan to do Hero of Ages. So spend the whole summer rereading this trilogy, and I'm very excited to do this. I absolutely love this book back when I read it, and hopefully I enjoy it again this time around. I think it'll be a lot of fun to revisit. The next 2 books I have to talk about are books 2 and 3 of the Force Heretic trilogy from the Star Wars The New Jedi Order series. These are books 16 and 17 of the series. I'm planning to do these 2 to get the Force Heretic trilogy done, and then I will finish the series hopefully next month. And so I read the first book in the trilogy, Remnant, in May, and thought it was okay. Didn't love it, but I did really enjoy some of the setups that it had for books 2 and 3. And so I'm very much looking forward to reading these 2 books, and hopefully I enjoy them more than I did the first book, because the first book, while it wasn't bad or anything, was definitely one of my least favorites in the series. So looking forward to reading these, and hopefully I enjoy them a decent amount. The next one that I have to read is the Elder Empire book of Dawn and Darkness, which is the second book of the C trilogy of the Elder Empire series. I read the first book in each trilogy early this year, I think in like January and February, if I remember correctly. So it's been a couple months since I've read anything from this series, and I want to get finished with this series by the end of the year, so I'm thinking probably I'll read the next book next month, and then I will end the year or something like that with the last couple books or something like that. That's kind of my current plan. That might change, but I really enjoyed the first couple books. For those who don't know, this is a set of 2 trilogies that take place at the same time. So the first book of each trilogy take place at the same time and crossover, the second book of each trilogy crossover, so on and so forth. And so I will be reading the second book of each trilogy over the course of the next couple months. I really enjoyed the first couple books, which were of Sea and Shadow and of Shadow and Sea. I really enjoyed both of those quite a bit. Really love the world building in the series and things like that, and the characters are pretty cool too. The plot's kind of interesting. So I'm really enjoying this series, and hopefully I enjoy this second part of the Sea trilogy. And then the final book that I have to read is actually finishing a series. A lot of series stuff going on this month. Not really any standalones or anything, unfortunately, but I'm hoping to get more back into standalones more over the course of the summer. But the last thing I have to read is going to be finishing up the Percy Jackson series with The Last Olympian, Book 5. Granted, there is a 6th book that came out, I think, just recently, but of the original series, this is the last book in the series. And I've been looking forward to finishing up this series. series. I've enjoyed it so far. It's not a series that I absolutely love, but I have enjoyed each of the books to some degree. And I expect this will be no different. You know, a book that I probably will enjoy, but not like love or anything, just a fun time, which to me is pretty much what this series is. So looking forward to finishing that, and then I'll have this series under my belt, which will be nice. Always exciting to get another series finished, so hopefully I will enjoy this final entry in the series. So that's pretty much it for this video. I know it was pretty quick, but it's pretty much a lot of series stuff, so I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I am looking forward to all of these. I really am excited to continue New Jedi Order. I'm excited to finish Percy Jackson, excited to continue Elder Empire, and of course I am very excited to reread Mistborn. So lots of cool stuff this month coming, and very excited to check it all out. So that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these and what you thought of them, if so, and what you are planning to possibly be reading this month. So that's pretty much it for today. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.